All right, I'm just gonna get into it. So we're gonna ramble about some stuff. We're gonna talk about, you know, what I worked this week. Number one thing I want to talk about by far is CubeMap. I'm talking, bro. I'm probably putting some footage up with CubeMap, but if you haven't used it, it is phenomenal. I am a programmer. I am not an artist, but CubeMap makes you feel like an artist. It makes you feel like you remember when you were a kid. Well, remember when I was a kid, um, playing Minecraft for the first time, and I'm talking, bro. I played Minecraft before it was multiplayer, dog. I played Minecraft when it was, it wasn't even infinite. And I'm pretty sure it was free. I'm pretty sure it was free. And you had like an X amount of blocks. You know what I'm talking about? Like the map was an X, and then they came out with infinite dev or whatever, and everybody's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's infinite now." But anyway, man. So it's like playing Minecraft. Um, Dude, just look at the footage. I'm probably playing some dope ass footage of me like making something using CubeMap. Also, right there in the modeling tools is the edit pivot. So many times I've Googled like how do I fix the pivot for this, especially for walls because you want to have the pivot, not in the center so that when you increase the scale, you don't have to deal with it like increasing at the center of the wall and then you trying to move it into place and stuff. So edit pivots clutch, right? And also sometimes when you cube map stuff, if you don't do it symmetrically, it'll mess with the pivot, so you can always just hit center for those types of things. But regardless, so cube maps have been phenomenal. So is all the modeling tools in Unreal, so it's really helped my workflow. In terms of visuals, I was never really worried about the programming because I'm making hella progress there. Problem is people can't see that progress. People are always asking me like, "Hey, you've been working on that game?" I'm like, "No, dude, not really. I've been working, but I have been, but I can't. Like, how am I supposed to show you? Like, hey, check it out, dude. Like, chemicals work now. Any container that has a chemical in it will automatically go through all the reactions." Oh shit! How cool, Mike. That sounds super cool, bro. Like, what does that look like? Um, well, I didn't make a UI for it yet, or the machine, or any graphics, or sound effects. But check it out. It prints a debug message when it does it. So that's not really feasible, right? To show people. That's why I'm not really gonna show you guys much footage of the game, probably ever. No, I'm just joking. Ooh, I just started placing Atmos volumes, so that's what I call. I have an actor called BP Atmos volume, and basically 6 or 8 volumes somewhere on the map. And when you enter the volume, when your character tries to breathe, it finds the volume that it's overlapping and checks if there's oxygen in the atmospheric volume. It also holds the same component, AC chemistry, as a beaker or a cup or anything like that. So a volume can contain gas or any gaseous chemical. Technically, you could put any volume, any chemical in there. A BP machine CAMS. So CAMS is the abbreviation for Central Atmospheric Monitoring System. I stole that from a video about submarines. And so that's going to allow you to monitor the atmospherics on the spaceship so that, if you're in charge of atmospherics, you can see what gases are in what volumes, how much air is there, if there's any leaks of air going out of the station, how much reserve water you have for electrolysis to create more oxygen, if you guys need to stop at a trade station or something like that. But yeah, so we're working on atmospherics. So let's look at what else. We did a little bit of work on our power management computer controller. We did a little work on the power management computer controller. I gotta come up with a better acronym from that, but right now it's called a PMC. And that lets you look at all the APCs, which are area power controllers. If you play a space station, that sounds like a very Space Station 13. That sounds like a very familiar acronym. So that will let you see how much energy each section of the ship is drawing, how many connections each section of the ship has, and alter what I call their desired energy. So each energy component has a desired energy component and this is the amount of energy that it wants to pull from the ship's core. At the end of the day, the ship's core still is the final author of who gets how much of each energy, but desired energy is a very important variable for you to be able to change. So whoever's in charge of, probably your chief engineer, maybe we have a different job for that, is going to be in charge for power management throughout the ship. We'll probably have one console in electrical and one console at the bridge as well. And then of course, if these consoles go down, you'd have to manually go to each APC and alter the amount of energy they're pulling, or the device that's pulling not enough or too much energy. It can be altered at all three levels, so there's redundancy, but it creates emergent gameplay. So it's like, dude, oh my god, like an asteroid hit, our energy system controller is down, we need you to run to the reactor room and increase the output of the energy to the ship, and then we need you to run to the warp drive and increase the desired energy so that it can charge faster so we can get out of here. And you're like, bro, both those rooms are on fire and I don't have an EV suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's fun because I didn't make it like static that way. That's just the what do you call that? What do you call that? Emergent gameplay, right? So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's stop the video here. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to touch on this week. That's just all the time that I have. But my changelog is huge, man. I have so many commits. I could talk about inheritance with my, BP machine and then the children of that. Dude, I cut out like 15 minutes of me rambling about atmospherics. Like, there's not gonna be any rhyme or reason to these videos. These aren't gonna be tutorial videos. And I probably won't talk about what the videos will be again. This is just the first one, so I figured I'd give you a little bit. This is just supposed to be an entertaining journey as I make this game. I'm rambling again, but point is, see you guys next week.